a free soul. You, me, and I have always been dreaming exceedingly, with blossoming hopes to be defined. In your alleys, you thought of careers just as they were defined and outlined by society. Even your education system taught you and I to fit into its walls of feisty. Parents raised you and I to be doctors, teachers, engineers, and lawyers. A disgrace you would be if your path took down as Tom Sawyer's. Seasons altered, and now we could not live to their staged expectations. Some dropped out, some passed on, others excelled. And yet we flew out to unknown lands of the diasporas, with hope of finding purpose, self-discovery, and building wealth and investments. But you and I at times embark on this journey with undefined goals. We spark it off with extreme enthusiasm, strength, and valor, with promises of savings and investings with undivided zeal and no wahala. We get into the reality world show, the harsh weather you must adjust to, realizing your visa is almost to expiry too. Overwhelming expenses onto this lifestyle you ain't used to, unhealthy foods your body must adapt to, sleeping like dogs as though you own no bungalow back at home, and no one to turn to who speaks your dialect to understand your struggle and pain. For him too holds the untold story deep within his or her bosom. Identifications you carry daily to avoid any deportations and misconceptions. At the end of the day, you curl up in your bed to wait for the next day. A year into settlement, your self-portrayed dreams and goals are drawn. You have wrapped them all in the corner of the parlor, for reality opened its gut, and now you fully know your brand name is an immigrant. No priorities to the job or salary scales you anticipated to have. Those are privileges served to the national citizens in the curve. But still, you and I managed to find a career, the one that welcomed us as inexperienced. With vigorous trainings and dedications, we mastered their skill of science. You and I can now maneuver our way into survival through the deadly plague gallows, just as X-Men in Marvel. A swarm of parasites, hypocritical friends who you hold back at home in disguise. They care not how you survive as long as they get the dime. No one asks to know if you have your own prime time. The only incoming calls and texts are for you to always be their dime solution. You and I worry for them if they have received the highly taxed funds or not. We wait for their call of confirmation restlessly that they indeed got the dime in hand. But once it's in their reach, they got you and I no more in mind. They got awesome projects for you to take on, with fully hired managers for you without your consent. But you agree because you trust. They will do the best with honest love and commitment. Years so by, you and I return home to assess accountability of your every dime. Your gaze is held in awe with what you find. Care about my dime.